Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Why does my webcam look like that? Is that just me? That might be just me. Alright, anyways. We are back for another stream. Typical Saturday here. It is the New Year, so Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year, happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, happy holidays if you celebrate otherwise. We'll go ahead and jump in. Nothing to really get into before I start. No glasses today. My eyes feel better than they did last week, so no glasses today. No mustache either, though. This is the first time in a while that I've shaved my mustache, and I just messed up while shaving, so I just took it off. I wanted to have more of a bushy look, have a scruffier beard, and a mustache like I usually do, but I just messed it up while I was styling it, so it's gonna be gone for today, probably for the next at least 2 weeks until it goes back, you know? I seem to have forgotten where we are. I know we're fighting that boss, and I know, like, I knew coming into this that we were gonna have some trouble with these enemies here, but I've kind of forgotten how brutal these guys are and how long I have to wait to be able to attack them. Happy New Year, everybody. Hope everybody's had a good 2 days. The third day's going well for you. I am doing alright myself. It's the first time I've streamed in a week, so it feels a little off, just a little bit. But I am alright. I'm not really ready to sit here for another 2.5 hours trying to get past this boss, but here we go. Now, after last week, I actually did go on TikTok, which was a bit of a mistake. I went on TikTok and I said, I was wondering if other people were having as much trouble on this boss as I am. It seems like this game is just hard. I remember back when we were fighting that moth boss, I can't remember their name, but it was a big old moth creature, and I was saying I was surprised I'm struggling so much on that boss. And then the same thing happened for a couple other bosses, the Widow, I think the I can't remember their name, but the boss right before when we got the wall jump. It's like Witch Sister or something like that, or like Branch Sister or something like that. The one where she was made out of the living wood. And she was like flying around and all that. We had a bit of trouble with her and some other bosses along the way. So I'm thinking this game is just hard. But I kind of made a mistake. Because like I was saying, I went on TikTok to see if other people were struggling with that boss as much as I am with the last judge. It seems like they did, but I did see that this boss actually is kind of brutal. She kind of blows up at the end of the fight. So if you end the fight with too little health and you get caught in that explosion, I think you get sent back to the bench. You have to fight it all again, which is kind of crazy. So if anybody's watching this, and you already know that, sad to say, I know now. So I'm going to try to be careful as I near the end of the boss fight, so I don't have to get surprised by that. But you know, we might just be here for 2.5 hours. Not like I did any theory crafting or practicing off stream, so for all I know, this could go the same way it did last week. We would just be stuck here for a little bit. I'm gonna have to relearn all of her attacks and everything because I just don't remember anything. I'm remembering everything is kind of offbeat in a sense. You know, usually with these Souls type games, you have to find a rhythm while fighting the enemies. And obviously you have to recognize all their patterns. I was noting last week though that this boss is a little strange because it seemed like the amount of hits that we need to stagger for each phase is different every time we reattempt the boss, which is not common, at least not that I know of. At this point, there might be some bosses in some games that do that, but I'm just not aware of because I've not played those games. As far as I know, though, coding a boss fight to change the flow of the fight every turn or every attempt is not something that usually happens, as far as I know. So that caught me off guard pretty badly last time. It seems like, for some reason, this boss is just way longer than the other ones that we fought, even the Widow. The Widow, to me, felt pretty long. Partly because of my laptop, you know, just not working with me that day. But that fight did feel somewhat long compared to the other ones that we've done. And this one feels even longer. So I don't know what they did with this fight compared to the other ones, but it just feels like a huge ramp in difficulty, to be honest with you. Anyways, like I said, it's been a week for me. Not much has been going on. Like I said, I don't really celebrate holidays all that much. I didn't say that today, but I've said that in the past. For Christmas, all I did was go to my sister's house for a minute. I grabbed a plate of food, I left. You know, said graces and all that good stuff. And then for New Year's, we didn't do anything again. We had like a snack platter. But we didn't watch the ball or anything like that, so nothing crazy for New Year's Eve. And now, I guess I'm pretty much back on my normal schedule here. Not like I wasn't waiting on New Year's to start something. If that makes sense. So, you know, I'm just kind of chilling here now. I did try to apply for a new job. I won't disclose who, just for anonymity's sake, but I applied for a new job and I got denied, unfortunately. It was something that I was kind of excited about. I didn't expect to be able to go into that line of work. Again, I won't disclose what, but it was something that I like. I was like, you know what, let me try and just send in my resume and all that stuff. They were like, nah, we're good. But we'll keep your stuff around in case, you know. So I don't know, maybe in the future they'll contact me, but for right now I'm kind of just stuck where I am. I didn't mean make that sound like it's a bad thing, but you know what I mean. Not stuck here, I guess I'm just not... I don't know, I'm not changing my situation, I guess. Yeah, nothing else really exciting has been going on. I'm still on my break from work. I still have another week coming up. So no work stories for now. No new PC upgrades, unfortunately. I'm still tight on money, so no new upgrades. I need to start looking at those, honestly. I don't even really know what I want. I realize I kind of need to upgrade everything about my laptop, if not get a new one, or just buy a tower. Which, of course, would be like the ideal situation, or the ideal solution here. That would be the ideal solution, to just buy a new tower. But of course that costs a lot more money than just replacing some parts in my laptop. So, you know, nothing to report there. My shoulder has been in a bit more pain than usual. You'll probably notice me moving around and shifting throughout today. I don't know what happened, but today is just kind of a bit more irritated than normal. I have stopped counting my hits, because again, stuff is just kind of variable in this fight for some reason. I've stopped counting my hits. Honestly, I'm almost on the verge of just stopping counting the staggers as well. Because again, sometimes we get like 2 or 3 staggers before we get to this point in the fight, and this time we've only had 1. So I have a feeling the staggers don't even really matter that much. Right, so everything is a lot more fast-paced now. Right. Alright, I'm remembering that we can only really reliably get some hits in when she does her, that attack right there, the ground stomp. I'm just gonna, you know, gonna chill out a bit. Gonna try to prolong the fight so we can be a bit safer. I do want to be at full health at the end. I'm kind of disappointed that I spoiled myself a bit, but I kind of learned my lesson. I saw the spoiler and I was like, oh, let me get off of a TikTok while I'm playing through the game, you know? Alright. Hard to tell how far we are in the fight, but right now we're feeling okay. Okay, maybe not. I seem to remember this fight can change at any given moment. To be honest with you though, this is generally feeling better than last time. I think last time everything just really caught me off guard, so it was really exhausting to try to learn everything and get past it at the same time. But now that I know, you know, how brutal this fight is, I mean, Feeling better. I keep equating this to a Nightmare Grim situation. And, you know, it's still pretty similar. Everything does double damage. It's not quite as fast as Grim, I don't think, but it's pretty fast, especially for being in a point of the game where we're not even, like, at the end game yet. Because, you know, Grim was at, like, the very end of Hollow Knight. But this, I think we're, like, if I had to guess, probably, like, halfway through the game. I don't really know, though. Ah! Oh! Oh, okay. Gotta watch out for that one. Can I get like one more stagger? Starting to feel it a bit now. And I don't know when that explosion is coming, so I gotta keep my health up as much as I can. Very tricky, very tricky. That's gotta be like the 5th stagger. Lost count at this point. Oh. Oh, this is that one attack. That's right. I have no clue when that happens either. That was an issue we had last week too, that weird extended attack she just did. Kind of as a checkpoint, you know, bosses do that sometimes, but like how far are we? Really? Oh! Ooh, that was close. That was too close for me. Okay. Back at full health. Just kind of surviving here. Oh! Almost got me there. I really hope the explosion isn't one of those things where it's like you have to just be at a certain amount of health at the end instead of just moving away from her, you know what I mean? Because if she affects the whole screen and kills me, even though I'm on the other side of the screen, that's going to be very disappointing. Oh my god. Okay, so I guess she recovers very quickly after that dash attack, huh? I don't know why I haven't learned that yet. Oh yeah, definitely. I can maybe sneak in one attack there. Hello, hyenas, hello. Sorry if you came in a few minutes ago. Mid-attempt. It's a surprisingly long boss fight. I can't really look away from the screen reliably. I'm doing well. Got some coffee here, I've got some water here, so kind of in it for the long haul today. Yeah, interesting design of a boss fight to make the player kind of just zone out and not worry about how long everything takes. Kind of interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'm on the verge of just kind of letting it go and not counting, you know, the staggers we get or worrying about that weird attack in the middle of the fight, which kind of feels like it would be a transition, but it's not, you know? I don't know. could be a case of maybe we're just missing something very obvious that I haven't picked up on yet. I think that happened with the fourth chorus boss. That one only took us like a couple of attempts to get through. Sorry, I just kind of got interrupted there. The fourth chorus fight only took us a couple of attempts to get through, but I didn't realize there was like a win condition, and we had to, you know, like drop those lava rocks on top of its head or whatever we did. So I don't notice anything on this fight, but this could be a similar situation where there's like, I don't know, like a hidden element to interact with to end the fight. Let's observe. We got one stagger. Last time, the second phase started after the first stagger. So let's see if we don't get a second stagger this time. Yeah, wow, okay. Very odd. Let's just relax. Stop counting, let's stop stressing about the numbers. Try not to be so aggressive, but well, my hands can't help it sometimes. Enjoying Silksong? Yes, I am. And Hollow Knight is good. If you've been hearing good things about it, it is a good game. They're both good. I haven't quite played enough of this one to say which one is better, if one is objectively better, but they're both great. You could maybe say, you could be like a purist, you could say Silksong wouldn't exist without Hollow Knight 1, so Hollow Knight 1 is better, because this came from that, which I mean, I guess you could argue, but if you want to take that argument to its endpoint, you could say, you know, all games are worse than like Pac-Man or Pong because they were the first video games. So, I don't know. Just gotta play him. Oh, my God. Never realized how dark this arena is, but it's quite dark, actually. I feel like sometimes I have a hard time seeing that attack that just hit me. See, like, it feels like it just spawns out of the air. It gives me no time to react, even though she's, you know, charging it up back there. I just can't see it. It's like right at my blind spot. Oh my God, again. Okay. Alright. I guess that's another thing to look out for. still haven't gotten that that extended wave attack for some reason. Oh, there it is. There it is. Alright, well, that's something, at least. If we are going to keep count, we could say we've been consistently getting to that attack, you know, as some kind of benchmark. But again, maybe we should just stop counting. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a while. Gotta rewire my brain to somehow just get used to surviving for that long. God, I hate these Driznits, man. Definitely my least favorite enemy. Definitely. Sorry for going non-verbal for a minute there. I seem to be unable to get my coordination right to get back up to the boss. It's just completely fried my brain, I guess. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? Oh, I feel really stupid right now, actually. We could totally actually backtrack through the game and go collect a bunch of stuff. I completely forgot that we can go back and reach a bunch of new areas now because we have that wall jump. And I thought it would be fine to just beeline going to the Citadel because I wanted to get that quest done. Turns out, we might have to go back and just go get whatever we can. It's clearly something is not giving here. So, what I was saying about maybe we're missing something that we have to interact with, it could be the case. It sounds kind of brutal. I kind of doubt they would do this, but it could be the case that they just kind of let you fight this boss indefinitely until you pick up a certain item. And then at that point, she could die. But maybe until then, she just can't die, so we're just going to be here forever. Maybe? Again, I doubt they would do that without some kind of indication that that was going on, but who knows? Gonna stick at it for another, I don't know, let's say like 40 minutes. It's already been 30, so I don't think 40 minutes would hurt. And if we're not really making any progress, then yeah, we'll go back and Go find some new stuff. There's gotta be something that'll help us speed through this a little bit. I hate that too. She just jumps on top of you and you can't avoid it for some reason. What's up with that? I guess to be fair, I kind of do it to her too whenever I pogo on her head. So. You know, you could say it's fair, but since when has fairness in a video game ever been fun, you know? Oh, almost got me there. I don't know what I was supposed to do there, but alright.